Good day, students. Captain America here. I was asked to present the video you're about to witness. Please pay close attention and listen to your teacher. Thank you.
Sheets, Lesson 5, 1 trillion in time and money. This lesson will expand your imagination to allow you to grasp how much the government is spending and how much of your tax money is successful. The calculations are rather simple but justified. I hope at the end of this lesson you will have a much better comprehension of the world we live in and the government spending your tax dollars. You may learn to always ask yourself and your parents, how many hours do I or they need to work to purchase this item? And do you really need it? Here are the directions. You'll notice that I have them listed here for you, and realistically it's going to be common sense. However, because the numbers are so large, it is imperative that you calculate and look carefully at the numbers. Everything is listed for you. Now we will provide you with the answers at the very end. But please, pause this video. Don't look at the answers until you are done. And hopefully by doing all this, you'll see what is the difference between a million, a billion, and a trillion. Now please remember, in this lesson, we're going to count by seconds, and each second is worth a penny. So how many seconds are we going to use for a million, billion, and a trillion? Okay, if you would, please pause the video now. Thank you. Let's just do column B first, okay? So column B, we're going to look at millions, right? How many millions? And here we have 1 million divided by 60. And here's the calculation right here, as you can see. 1 million divided by 60, and this is how many seconds we have. All right, and I place that number here. Then we need to find how many minutes are there. So we're going to divide that number by 60 again, and that gives us how many minutes. And then to determine the hours, we're going to divide that by 60, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, and we end up with 4.62963 hours. All right. Now, if you round that off to the tenths, it's going to be 4.6. So it's 4.6 hours. There's no days, just hours for a million. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Now let's go over to billion. Okay, column C for billion. Now you'll notice that we have 1 billion divided by 60, and I'll click right in here, and here's the equation right up above, and we end up with this many seconds. Now the only problem I see here, and it's a big one, you have to count the number of sixes. Okay? Now, in order to find the minutes, let's divide that number by 60, and I'll click right here, and that tells you how many minutes there are, okay, in a billion. Then, to find how many hours, you want to divide that number. Let me click right here, and here's the calculation. Divide that number by 60 again, and that tells you how many hours there are, okay? And then we're going to click on down here, and you're going to divide that number by 24. So 24 hours in a day. So you'll notice we end up with 193. Rounding it up, 192.9 is 193. So it's 193 days for a billion. Okay, let's look at trillion. Now a trillion, look at the size of this number. Divide that by 60. All right, if you look up here, whoa, that's going to be an awful lot. So here's the equation. 1 trillion divided by 60 gives us this answer, right? And then down here, we're going to divide it by 60 again to give us minutes. And then we're going to divide it again by 60 minutes to tell us how many hours. Then we divide it again by 24 to tell us how many days. And then we divide it one more time by 365 days to tell us how many years. So the number of years are 500, because we're going to round it down, 528 years for 1 trillion. So for a million, we have 4.62 hours. For a billion, we have 193 days. And for a trillion, we have 528 years. So a trillion is an awful lot of money. So hopefully you kind of put things in perspective. Okay? Well, we'd like to thank you for watching our video, and we hope that this helped out somewhat.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.